My parents secretly sold the antique jewelry my grandmother gave to my 11-year-old daughter, and spent the money on my sister's children. We had no idea. But when Grandma told the real truth in front of everyone, smiles vanished, and a heavy silence filled the room. One that exposed everyone. My hands started shaking the moment I saw my daughter, Ella. She was digging through the storage boxes in the garage, her voice tight and uneven as she searched for the jewelry, the same antique necklace her grandmother had given her on her 11th birthday, the one she cleaned every week in her little jewelry box as if it were a secret she was guarding. I asked, "Ella, what's wrong?" She looked at me, her eyes wide, like someone had pulled the light out of her from the inside. She only said, "Mom, it's gone." In that moment, it felt like the whole house was holding its breath, watching us. The old calendar on the wall, the ticking of the electric heater, everything felt helpless. Only our fear was alive. At first, I told myself it had to be my fault. Maybe I had moved it while cleaning. Maybe I'd put it somewhere safe and forgotten. I clung to those excuses because I didn't have the courage to face what the truth might be. But the truth doesn't stay hidden for long. 3 days later, we were at my sister Lisa's place for an ordinary family lunch. Same Indiana neighborhood, same dull sky, same people breathing the same tired air we'd shared for years. The moment I walked in, I noticed Lisa's kids holding brand new iPads. My mother, Sophie, was bent over them, smiling, saying, "Enjoy, you guys deserve nice things." Something inside me broke. Not something soft, but something essential, the kind of trust you protect until the very end. I stood there, silent, as if someone had placed a heavy weight inside my chest. I told myself, no, they wouldn't. But then I saw my father, Ron, hurriedly sliding a stack of receipts from the table into a drawer. My heart dropped. I grabbed one before he could stop me. A gold exchange store. The date. The amount. Exactly the kind of money an antique heirloom would bring. My father shrugged and said, "It wasn't a big deal. She's a kid. What would she even do with it?" My mother pushed her hair back and added calmly, "Lisa's family needed it more. It's all within the family." The way she said family made it clear I wasn't really part of it. I didn't get angry, not yet. Something colder spread through me instead. I asked, "You sold her heirloom?" My mother lifted her shoulders. "She'll survive." Ella's face flashed in my mind, how carefully she tried to match that necklace with her clothes, how proud she was of it. A child's small, fragile joy, sold without hesitation. That evening, I called my grandmother, May Johnson. When I told her the necklace was gone, her breathing changed, soft, but unsteady. She said only one thing, "Come tomorrow. Bring them all." The next day, everyone was there, Lisa and her husband, my parents, Ella, and me. Grandma sat in her recliner, holding the same old Coke glass that always smelled faintly of cinnamon. The room was warm, but the air felt frozen. She looked at me, then at everyone else. "Where is the necklace?" My mother answered casually, "Mom, it's fine. We took care of it." Grandma's hand froze around the glass. "Took care of it, how?" My mother repeated herself, confident. "We sold it. Lisa needed help with her boys. You know how hard things are for them." The silence that followed was so deep I could hear my own heartbeat. Then Grandma said quietly, "That necklace wasn't mine. It wasn't even hers." She sat up straighter. "It belonged to her father's mother. And that jewelry has always been passed down to one girl in the family. You stole from your own granddaughter." The room seemed to shrink. Lisa tried to speak, embarrassment creeping into her voice, but Grandma stopped her with a raised hand. "Don't. Did you even think about what that necklace meant?" My father's face turned red. "Mom, we were just trying to help Lisa. And the child standing here." Grandma cut in sharply. "Don't you see her needs?" Ella stood behind me, but for the first time, she straightened her shoulders, as if she'd been given strength. Grandma placed her glass down and opened a small box. Inside was an old bank envelope. She tossed it toward my father. "You will pay her back. Tonight. Every dollar. Or I will file a police report myself." My mother cried out, "Mom, don't be dramatic." Grandma didn't respond. She looked at me instead, like someone passing on the last of her strength after a long battle. That's when I understood. This wasn't just my anger. It was the weight of generations finally breaking open. I looked at my parents. They said nothing. It was the kind of silence that admits guilt. That night, my father left an envelope at my door. No note. No explanation. Just the money, and the shame people try to hide but can't. I handed the envelope to Ella. She asked softly, "Mom, do I get the necklace back?" I pulled her into my arms. "No, sweetheart. But you get something better, the truth. And no one can ever take that from you." She nodded. For the first time since the garage, the light returned to her eyes. Later, Grandma told me quietly, "Protect her. And protect yourself too. Some families break just to show you where the real gold is." It wasn't a dramatic victory. No cinematic ending. Just a small, ordinary American miracle, a grandmother's courage, a child's honesty, and a woman's quiet strength that finally allowed her to stand up to her own family. And sometimes, those small miracles are enough to change everything. If this story moved you, please take a moment to like the video and subscribe to the channel. It truly helps these stories reach people who need them. Your support means more than you know. Thank you for listening, for feeling with us, and for being part of this community.